Long time no see, y'all. This might be the realest shit I ever post. You know what I'm saying? It's Bishop Grady. You know, I gotta kick a freestyle. I guess you know what I mean? I ain't do this in a hot second. But I'm on it like, yo, I'm the most official nigga I know. That's no cap. Spit fast to educate every hood. That's real rap. Get racks, that's over the table, but will trap. And ain't too many go-getters alive that don't do that. Mad as fuck that you ain't eating enough and you still fat. I should have been had to be my 8 in the mill flat. I'm from Jersey City, home of the brave, and I'm still black. Hard-headed with the heart of a lion, I will snap. Run with niggas that'll bust at your wig till it peel back. You got problems with your health, I got niggas that heal that. You got problems with your health, I got people that build that. So balanced, I could fall with a drink and won't spill jack. True Libra, break down skeezers, few divas. Revolutionary, plotting on hoops like it's two-seater. I ain't got no patience for what you gonna do either. Is you riding or you dying? You probably won't do neither. Those shit, I was stumbling through that or whatever. I ain't speak that in a minute. But, you know what I mean? Editor-in-chief here, you know what I'm saying? Fasting for the healing. So now I am officially at day 79 of day 40. You know what I mean? Heading in, well, basically about to be, tomorrow would be day 40 after my 40-day fast. You know what I'm saying? And man, have I had quite a journey in doing the fast and then coming back from the fast. You know what I mean? You see I look different. I still lost a little, it's still some weight I didn't gain back. But you know, I'm not looking as skinny as I was looking. You dig? Very. All right, so here's some things, and I wish I kind of kept people updated when, you know, like kind of throughout it, maybe not day to day, but maybe week to week. But man, once I got energy from food again, I just been running. Like just on everything, you know what I'm saying? I got so much energy now. And like to have been so physically and spiritually drained during that fast and still haven't been able to get shit done. Now it's like where I'm at right now, I feel like I can do anything. And I follow you. If you followed me, you probably heard me say that quite a few times. So it's no lie there, no cap in my rap. Like, but same time, I think I've fallen back into like being hungry, like into just the sin of gluttony. You know what I mean? To an extent. So I almost don't know where to start. Let me take y'all week to week. You know what I mean? When I first broke the fast, I did day 41 out of 40. I actually posted that on YouTube and on Instagram, so you can check that out. Day 41 out of 40, the break fast. And if you see it on YouTube, you'll even see a picture of the first breakfast that I had post fast, which was like, you know, it was some flax bread, some homemade jelly, some peanut butter, you know what I mean, or natural peanut butter, organic peanut butter and all of that, whatever. Then I had just mad fruits and shit, kombucha, all that, right? So I was eating like that for a minute, and I really couldn't eat a lot because I was just, my stomach wasn't big. My stomach wasn't big enough. But the crazy thing about it is I had ate a meal probably like that next day, probably that night. That night I ended up having a vegetarian fajita. This is like the night after my first fast. I had a vegetarian fajita at a Mexican restaurant. Ate everything. Had the motherfucking cause you know, for me it was like I was so spooked out about eating anything that wasn't clean that when I got to the Mexican restaurant, I got this fajita. I realized I'm like, yo, everything here I can eat is essentially good for me. So I thought at the time, like, I'm like, yo, I have corn tortillas, vegetarian fajita. You know what I'm saying? So everything's vegan. It's like, you know, peppers, onions, mushrooms, spinach and shit, all that shit cooked up. Corn tortillas. I got like corn chips and salsa and and guacamole. What? Yo, I ate everything. I was so fucking hungry. But what? When I ate that, yo, my insides were killing me. Like, I'm talking about, like, yo, I felt like I was having a fucking baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, for real. This is on day one after the fast. I guess not even 24 hours after I broke the fast. So that was a lesson. That was a valuable lesson. And, I had proceeded, like, when I say I was in pain, like, that night, I ended up falling asleep, like, crawled up, balled up in a little ball, like, holding myself with my whole, all my insides, my whole digestive tract just in pain. And I went to sleep like that. I woke up in a fucking, balled up like a little bitch. So, like a little bitch baby. So after that, I went on like being easy with how I was eating. But that might have been the wrong move. But nevertheless, what I did notice that very next day, I was on the throne, heavy. Like, I'm talking, when I say heavy, I felt like I shitted out everything that I ate. And then it was kind of like that for like the next couple of weeks. Like, I'm taking shits. I swear I was spending like at least 2 hours a day on the throne. If not more, maybe 3. Sometimes I'm going to the throne like 4 or 5 times a day. With at least 2 or 3 of them times being for a minute. So that's how I was rocking. However, I felt good outside of just, always having the shit. I felt good. I actually felt great. Had my energy back. Just I just felt good. You know what I mean? You feel pure when you know that everything you're eating is legit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, so I thought, because then that evolved into like, all right, well, I do want to stay away from, having too much flour and even wheat and stuff like that, because, then I was going straight to the oatmeals and, eating things of that nature. But I was, I've been led to believe that, like, for good gut health, which is an issue I feel like is rising back up, it's good to lay off of like the corn and grains and oats and all of that or whatever. So with that said, kind of been falling back. And I think maybe after like a week and a half, 2 weeks, I started getting, daring. You know what I'm saying? I started getting back to making my exquisite fried blueberry pancakes. You know what I'm saying? I started frying shit, and I can say, and I even had fried some. I had this KFC recipe for like breading and frying chicken. I actually used it on some jackfruit. Bad idea, by the way. I wouldn't do that again. Because the jackfruit, that taste is meant for something different. You know what I'm saying? Actually, it probably go better with how my ex used to do it, as far as like making sloppy joes and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Using the jackfruit to make that type of food, that type of taste. But, frying it and treating it like it's just straight up chicken, I wouldn't recommend that to people. Because it got like, it tastes like a fruit. It got a fruity taste to it. So but it's not, it's weird. Yeah, I just wouldn't do it again. It didn't taste that good to me. But I ate it though. That, I had fried some fish. And I started getting daring, and I'm thinking, I'm using non-vegetable oils. I'm using the good oils. You know what I mean? The olive oils. I'm using peanut oil and shit like that, whatever. But afterwards, I started noticing mucus getting all back in my motherfucking body. You know what I'm saying? Certain things that I felt had went away, it's coming back. For example, I started feeling a little more pain in my arm. I know I told y'all in one of these posts that I actually had I felt like I had cured myself of a torn rotator cuff with just fasting, because a lot of that shit is inflammation. And it's still mostly like I still could put prayer hands behind my back, which I couldn't do before. So I'm still living healthy out here, even damn near 40 days out away from the fast. However, it's not as much as before. You know what I'm saying? I had certain like, little skin ailments or whatever that had gone away with the fast. Last couple weeks, they slowly been creeping back. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that lets me know, oh, it is the food that I'm eating. It is the grease. It is even the meats, because I have succumbed myself to the meats and all of that. One day I got all upset and frustrated. I was like, you know what? I'm going to fast again. And because I said I was going to fast again, I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to pig out before I fast. So I just started eating mad other shit. You know what I'm saying? I have been eating chicken, fried chicken, these fried wings and lemon pepper wings. At this spot that I frequent or whatever, I was killing those. You know what I'm saying? Still eating healthy, but I started eating some bullshit. Look, dog, the guard even has some motherfucking bacon. I had it last week because I'm like, all right, well, this is going to be the last time I'm going to fast the next day. So, fuck it, I'm going to just have some bacon today. But what's been happening is, first off, I be with my daughters. And, I got to take them out to eat and all of that. So, it's like, I could stay disciplined because I could always go back to my mind where I'm like, I went 40 days without eating. Like, I don't have to eat. So that's always going to be in me. However, nigga be hungry. You know what I'm saying? The hunger is real. And I'm still like, all right, well, if I eat, and as long as it's healthy enough, I'll be good. But there's been some of that going on. And even these past few days, I've been telling myself that I'm going to get back into, I'm going to do another fast. Like, I'm going to do it for a few weeks, maybe a couple weeks, maybe. But even today, I haven't eaten all day. Anything except sea moss, black seed oil, and chlorophyll. However, kind of like, well, I am hungry. Like, now, what's interesting is that I feel a need to still put healthy things in my body, because when I have been checking my levels, I've been seeing that I actually have a lower than normal blood pressure, as well as I've been having a low iron count. So that actually had also sparked me going into eating some meats and stuff like that. So I've been wondering, like, dang, maybe I should still be eating these, eating food. Like, I don't want iron deficiency to be a thing. So I have been eating, like, a lot of kale and Swiss chard, like just eating it straight. Like I'm a motherfucking rabbit or a cow or some shit like that. You know what I mean? A whole live four-legged mammal. You know what I mean? But you caught me today, right now. I'm on the fence because part of me wants to eat, part of me wants to fast. And that's where I'm at today. And that's what makes this the realest post that I ever posted, because at the end of the day, I don't have it all figured out. What I can say this, though, for sure is fasting for 40 days does not cure everything. It does not. Well, not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Fasting for 40 days does not cure everything for everybody. Now, I will say, you can put an asterisk over my personal study because of the fact that I did smoke weed probably 3 times during the fast. I got high like 3 times. And with smoking weed or just smoking anything, period, you're putting mucus back into your body. I mean, it just is what it is. It's a fact. A lot of y'all motherfuckers is getting inflammation in your systems, don't even know it, but it's coming from you smoking all the time. And you thinking you smoking weed and you smoking paper, so, it's pure and all of that. No, it's putting inflammation and mucus into your body. You don't believe me? Fast for any amount of days to where you can get everything out your system, and then smoke. I don't give smoke. Just smoke. Hit a bong. You know what I'm saying? Smoke and watch what happens. Watch your nose start leaking. You know what I'm saying? Watch you start having to like sneeze and hog spit and all of that shit, whatever. That's from the smoke. You are putting mucus in your body, and your body is trying to get rid of it. So I do have to put that disclaimer out. However, I don't know, man. 3 days of smoking. I've been smoking my whole life. 3 days of smoking, would that have really made a difference? Who knows? But there's some things that I'm not gonna let y'all know about that weren't completely healed. Uh, due to that, during my 40-day fast, there were also things in this fast, like I said, that had came back. You know what I'm saying? Little skin situations, little inflammation, and all of that. I also do have to share. I'm a salt freak. You know what I'm saying? So I came back, craving salt, of course, and craving sugar as well. And my study showed me that it might have been overindulging in salt and sugar after my fast that might have led to my left foot swelling up. Now, mind you, straight out of my fast, I started joining the gym. I'm working out because I'm trying to get my weight back because I don't like niggas thinking I'm small. So you know what I'm saying? So I'm you know what I'm saying? I got some of it back or whatever. Maybe not all in the face. I kind of like my face how it look right now, but definitely like my arms, my legs. You know what I'm saying? I'm defined out here. You dig? So that's that. So I was doing that and jogging and all of that, but honestly, I had to stop jogging because my left foot was swollen up, and it's actually still a little swollen, a little tight. It's been going away a little more because I've been eating a lot less over these past few days. Like I've been probably only eating like once a day, and sticking to greens and peas and things of that nature. Things that's like high in protein and iron, but not really considered to be that filling. I've been doing a lot of that. But so keeping my foot elevated has also led to the swelling going down or whatever. But I do have to relay that like that happened. So my biggest takeaway from this fast, and it's actually encouraging me to do it again. But my biggest takeaway was that it is highly important that you ease into breaking your fast. Like right now, I'm just getting the 40 days removed from the fast. Like once it hits midnight, I'll be at day 40 or day 80 out of 40, right? I should only just now be getting to eating meat, in my opinion. Definitely eating heavy meat. I should only just now be getting into eating fried foods. Definitely eating heavy fried foods. But I've been doing that for 2-3 weeks already. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? So I am gonna do it again. I think it's something that everybody should do to some extent. Maybe not a full 40 if you can't handle it. Because trust me, it's not for the weak. It's not for you. When I say for the weak, I'm talking about the spiritually weak. Because it'll fuck with your spirit. It really will. But I do think people need to cleanse their bodies. I'm very in tune with now having to take breaks from eating. Even when I'm craving, because a lot of times when we craving food, it's not because our body is calling for nutrients. It's not because we're hungry. It is not. A lot of times it is because something has triggered us that has us wanting to eat. It is because something has actually, like something's happened. I don't know whether you're lonely or whether you're angry or whether you've been, you've been hurt. Feel like somebody was playing with you. You know what I'm saying? Somebody was fucking around with you and all of that, whatever. You feel betrayed. You feel helpless. Or maybe you feel excited. You know what I mean? Maybe you feel congratulatory. A lot of these emotions we associate with eating. So you gotta get more mucus out. Because I did smoke like a couple nights ago. But nevertheless, a lot of these things have nothing to do with us being hungry. So when you do eat, you have to let your body get a chance to fully digest that motherfucker. A lot of times, you know what I'm saying, you only really, your stomach is where it is, around the belly button area, whatever, a little above that or below that. I think it's behind the inside. I forget what it is. I think it's above that. But nevertheless, we like allow ourselves to get filled up all the way to the motherfucking chest, all the way up here. And that's gluttonous. That's gluttonous, dog. Especially knowing that in real life, you could actually go days without eating. And there's people out here who are being forced to go days without eating. So I know that might have sounded like it was all over the place, a little bit of rambling, but if you could somehow get messages out of that, I swear to God, I'm telling you some real shit. And I don't even STG like that, man. My bad, God. But look, this Bishop Grady, man, signing out. You know the vibes, man.